Hey guys, welcome to the channel. As you see in the thumbnail, what if Issei Reborn is Great Red Part 1. Before I start, please do support for more awesome content and subscribe my channel and like this video and also share this video with your friends. I have created my other videos playlist, there you can watch my all videos easily, check out as well. Let's start this video. Senpai over here. I look over to my right to see my younger colleague calling over for me. He's waving over there with a cute girl that looks about his age and is clinging to his arm fairly tight. Is that the girl that he's been talking about? A smile made its way to my face at seeing his stupid grin. Geez, I must be getting soft. I made my way over towards the apparent couple. They're pretty adorable together. Ah, Isuke-san, sorry I'm a bit late. So what did you want to discuss? Don't worry about it, senpai. Well, I thought it would be a good time to introduce my fiancé to you. Perking his head over to the girl currently squeezing the life out of his arm. Wait, he's engaged. Since when? I always wondered why he had those weird marks on his neck. Now looking back on it, this is probably the reason why. Looking at his hand now, he definitely is engaged. How did I not notice this? Well, I might as well introduce myself since I came all the way over here. I'm Issei Hyoudou, I take it you're giving him hell. I said with a playful attitude. So you're the one he talks about all the time? I'm Issei Hyoudou, nice to meet you. And of course I am, that's why he loves me so much. Right, Isuke. She shot a gleaming smile straight at the man in question. Yeah, just don't let it get out of hand too much for today. He laughed a bit while scratching the back of his head. Ah, you're such a lucky bastard, I haven't had a single girlfriend since, never mind, let me not remember her. Did you know that you're pretty famous at our firm? Isuke-san can't stop talking about you. Well, of course he can't, we never leave each other's mind. Right. Yeah, just as she says, senpai, you don't mind it, do you? Nah, it's fine really, I'm happy I could finally meet her though. You always speak so highly of her. Why are her eyes sparkling from that? I love you, Isuke. Love you too, I can't help but feel my heart warm from seeing the way these two are. Isuke is your senpai. I'm proud that you found someone good for yourself. Make sure you take good care of her, alright? Be sure to make her happy. Of course, senpai. I won't let you down. You better not, or else you know what happens. His face suddenly shifted into fear for a moment before chuckling. How long have you two been together now? My curiosity got the better of me. We've dated for around 4 years, then about a month ago I decided to take the next step. To be honest, I thought she might have denied me. He said while scratching the back of his head nervously. You doubted me? A dark glare came from eye at the shifting man. It's because I mean you're you? Kid, you're digging yourself such a deep hole right now. You better pull some sappy crap out of your ass right now, or you're boned harder than a homosexual orgy. I'm Isuke. People should not be smiling like that. She looks like a soon-to-be serial killer from my view. It's because he averted his eyes and began blushing in embarrassment. Her look became more sinister as she tiptoed and brought her face ever so closer to his. And now they're causing a scene. A whole damn crowd is watching. Oi, you damn teenager, put your friggin' phone down. I will not allow someone to record the beatdown of me unless it's me. Isuke, there are two futures for you, either you'll be humiliated as the dude that got the crap kicked out of him, or we'll have glory as the smoothest shit face to ever live. It's because you're just so damn perfect in every way. Sure, you're not actually perfect and have your faults, but those make me fall in love with you even more. Your brashness and rashness make me fall deeper and deeper into what to me is a dream. The unexpected answer caused a silence to befall the crowd and eyes advances. He looked her straight in the eyes as he yelled answered. Clap, 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 clap. Woo. Great answer, kid. Now everyone is cheering for him, he picked the right choice and is now smooth as hell. Kid, I don't know if you know this right now, but later on you're totally getting a reward from her. Hiss, kiss, kiss, I began chanting out the familiar 4-letter word. Hiss. 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 Isuke looked straight at me wide-eyed, and all I have for you is a thumbs up. You know what to do. I mouthed to him. He looked really awkward and was glancing around at a fast pace with no idea what to do. Completely oblivious to the extremely longing and quickly approaching face of his fiancée. Jew. The whole crowd began whooping and whistling while breaking out into applause and excitement. Breaking off the kiss, brought her mouth really close to his ear and seemed to have told some sweet promises to him. How would I know this? Well, her mouth moved a lot and Isuke's eyes went super wide and began blushing up a storm. What she said was on display through his face. You're welcome, kiddo. I walked up to them and gave him a pat on the back. You're the best wingman ever. He laughed while giving me a very thankful look. Yeah, I know I'm awesome. For confirmation, I began hugging Isuke very affectionately and could almost be mistaken for something else if the scenery was different and the clothing content was too. Anyway, let's not stand here in the cold. You like udon, don't you? I've booked a great place for us to eat. He said while trying to gently pry himself away from the ever-clinging girl. Treating your senpai out to his favorite lunch, life can't get better than this if you ask me. I bet he just wants me to help him out when he eventually goes on a honeymoon and someone will need to cover for him. I mean, I'd do it regardless, but I guess now I would do it with joy. Ah. Watch out, he has a knife. Get away from him. Stay back. I whipped my head towards the sound of the noise and I saw a hooded figure sprinting at Isuke with a large blade. He was paralyzed in fear, he wasn't moving despite the danger right in front of him. The man covered ground at an unholy rate. His eyes were filled with contempt and hatred. As if he was staring straight at the dude that ended his entire life purpose and well-being. Monologuing at this time probably isn't the best idea, but hey. Wait a moment, I know that look. Wasn't that? Damn it, it's the guy that Isuke got fired for always being late and workplace harassment. He must want him dead now, after all he kind of did just end his whole job. Fuck. Shit, Isuke got out of the way. My body moved on its own. I pushed him out of the way just in time before. Ah. What did I just do? A knife falls to the ground and I'm able to barely see him running away. Request confirmation. Stab resistance obtained. Pain. That's the only thing I could feel spreading through my body. Ah. The scream pierced through the air, I couldn't tell if that was someone else or if it was mine. Request confirmation. Pain nullification obtained. Everything became a blur after that, I think I'm laying down maybe. God, it's getting hot. Maybe I should take off my jacket. I hate the feeling so much. Request confirmation. Heat resistance obtained. What is that voice? Can it be quiet and let me die in peace? Senpai. Senpai. Hang in there, I've already called an ambulance. Loud steps come from behind me and I feel my black slightly elevated. I reach my hand out and feel some warmth grasping it. Senpai, don't talk, save your strength, help is coming, don't worry, you'll be alright once they come. No, I'm alright, maybe if I try sitting up. Cough cough. Pain coursed through my veins at my feeble attempt, I felt liquid moving down my chin after that, is it really that bad? Rip. Ah, what is that? I feel something hard began pressing against where I'd imagine my wound was. Is he trying to clot it? Am I going to die? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ruin today. Senpai. My vision clears up a bit and I'm able to take in the scene. Isuke's scarf and jacket is coated in blood and he's crying. Hey, remember what I said. Take care of her. Yeah, senpai, I will, and just wait, you'll be there at my wedding to see us. Hyoudou-san, come on, don't cry, you have to be strong for your husband. Besides, we just met. But that would be nice to see, maybe if I'm lucky I can still watch them. It's cold. Do you mind if I take a small nap? Request confirmation. Cold resistance obtained. Acquisition of cold resistance and heat resistance results in additional extra skill. Temperature fluctuation defiance obtained. Yes, senpai, you can go to sleep. Alright, I think I'll go do that. My vision starts fading out, black spots start appearing where everything was. Odd, I can't believe I'm going to die a virgin, I never had a kid or family or anything for that matter. I wish I could have had someone to love before going out like this. Request confirmation. Natural attraction obtained. Maybe in my next life I could be something substantial. Someone that meant more than just a name or a number in a group. Someone to change the world in a way for the better. Request confirmation. Destined for greatness obtained. If I'm lucky I could go to a world where there is magic, a world just like I dreamt of when I was a kid. A place where I could cast spells and summon creatures just like the shows on TV. Request confirmation. High magic affinity obtained. I never fought when I was here, maybe that'll be something fun to pick up when I ever come back. Request confirmation. Fighting genius obtained. Acquisition of high magic affinity and fighting genius results in additional extra skill. Supreme combatant obtained. Hopefully, I'll be smarter. Maybe I won't be fooled again like I once was. I'll be able to see people for who they really are and not for who they pretend to be. So I'll never be betrayed again. Request confirmation. Machiavellianism obtained. I can't hear anything. I can't feel anything. Where am I? All I see are black and white shapes floating through this endless abyss. This is not the time to panic. I just need to keep my cool and think about what happened. Okay, so I was stabbed and I guess I died. Then what? Is this what the afterlife is like? Will I be reborn or am I just going to spend the rest of eternity locked up in this lifeless prison? My hands, my feet, they are all a blur. What's? Ah, my head. It hurts so much. It's like driving an ice pick through my brain, why the hell does this hurt so damn much? I pinch my eyes shut to somehow alleviate the pain. But nothing happens and it continues to pound with some kind of fury. I press my hands into my head as hard as possible. It only hurts it more, but at this point a little more couldn't be bad, I think. Request confirmed. Excessive masochism obtained. Acquisition of pain nullification and excessive masochism results in additional extra skill. Endless fighting spirit obtained. Wait, what did that voice just say? Excessive masochism? Are you serious? Besides, how the hell does any of that equal fighting spirit? It felt like days before the pain began to subside. It kinda started to slowly fade over time, but it was still really there. Eventually though it disappeared completely and now I feel kinda good, maybe I should try testing my senses and stuff. Ah, sensation, I can feel my hand grasping sort of, it doesn't feel too normal since I can move it, but not make a fist, it also feels pretty rough and hard. I don't remember my hand being like this, but whatever. I can actually see now. I see nothing. Everything is black and now that I think about it, maybe I'm just blind. Kind of weird to get stabbed and find out that my eyes don't work. Wait a second, if I'm blind doesn't that mean I can't see any more women? Does that mean I can't see boobs or even at least a cute face? Does that mean that I'll walk into everything and look like a dumbass anytime I try to go to a restaurant? Will I spend the rest of my life going with a girl on blind dates? Actually that's kind of fucked up, never mind. I mean there could be a good side to this. I'll never scar my eyes ever again. Like seeing Sarah Palin or when I walked in on my mom touching her dot, you know what, even if I never see it, there's no way in hell that's getting out of my mind. You know, now that I think about it, she seemed pretty young and didn't even resemble me whatsoever. I don't think she even had a thing going with dad. Heh, she had such nice flowing white hair and was really busty, and her butt was so round and plump. She was quite the boat dot. Okay, let me stop imagining my mom this way. What about relationships though? Maybe a cute girl would feel bad and decide to go out with me. Wait, what if it's not a girl though? No, this can't be happening. I could end up marrying a dude that just sounds like a girl. What if someone tries to touch me and where no man should? What if? Actually, maybe it's not that bad if I found someone like Yukio from My Wife is a Man, it definitely couldn't be that bad. Basically, he looks great in a miniskirt when I look back on it. Man Ku, you really know what is erotic, if only you were real we could be great friends. You're not blind, you idiot. At least I'm not mute. Why did some big ass dragon just appear out of nowhere? God, I think your followers fucked up on the way they described you. You're way more badass than they think, in fact we should be besties. I'm not God, you moron, where the hell did you think of shit like that anyway? Never mind, I take that back, you're an asshole. How the hell do you even know what I said? Am I thinking out loud again? No, I can just read your thoughts, why don't you try talking instead, since it'll probably be easier. Again, I'm not God. Let me turn away from that thing. Well God, if I'm ever reborn please let me wake up to a busty beauty instead of a post-prime delusional alcoholic lizard that speaks out of its ass. Also, can you do all those things I asked for? Maybe cut a few out if it's too much, but otherwise please reincarnate me. Boy, what did you just say about me? You're just a figment of my imagination. Go away, I'm trying to ask someone real for some help here. I motioned my hand to shoo away the oversized dragon. Anyway God, as I was saying, can you? GRR. Did you just growl at me? I couldn't help but raise my eyebrow at this sort of crap. You're lucky that I'm in a good mood or I would have erased you by now. Please, like some Weldon steak can do anything to me, feel free to try though. God, can you also hit me in the head? I think I'm going crazy now. Prayer received, your dick. What? I whipped my head back just in time to see a giant fist going straight for me. Ah. Damn, what, that hurt like hell. And now that I think about it, I think I'm flying backwards. The damn dragon is getting pretty far away. Well, looks like I'll be going back for a while. Is there any way I can stop? Flap flap. My back feels weird, and why does it sound like something just flapped? I turn my head towards the noise and what the fuck? There are huge scaly wings fluttering right behind me. Why the hell is it connected to me? Those are your wings, dumbass. Maybe these wings are mine and are connected to my back. But how could I have wings? That's not possible. Only birds and Blevins after his Red Bull sponsorship should have wings. I wonder what they feel like. Now that I notice it, my hand seriously feels weird. What in Lucifer's name, just seriously, what the hell? I have a giant ass hand with long claws and stubby fingers. Why are there scales on this damn thing? Do you only complain or what? Alright, voice in my mind, listen up, I own your ass, stop being such a doubt, you're ill. I'm not in your head. I'm right in front of you. The dragon flew right back in front of me. Oh, it's you again, yeah, I'm definitely dreaming, let me try pinching myself to wake up. I tried my thick hand to my other apparently also scaly hand, and my fingers won't even work the right way. You're not asleep, and since you can't even realize the most basic fact, I'll tell you exactly what you are. You're a dragon for shit's sake, that's why you have wings with scales on them, as well as your hands being the way they are. Maybe Isuke drugged me, like hell I'm some scaly reptile straight from a fat otaku's favorite game. Okay, I'm done trying to reason with you. Ha. My vision is going black again. Ugh, my head is killing me, wait no it isn't. What happened to me again? I think that stupid dragon punched me. How did my own imagination fucking punch me? Do you want to be punched again? My eyes slammed open and see the very same dragon that sent me to Elysian, hovering over me. I'm alright, thanks for the offer. Also by the way look down. What do you mean look down, what am I Jesus Christ am I falling? Everything below me is black. There is literally nothing, just some scary abyss. You're floating and can you stop yelling, there are only two of us here and you're so loud. The dragon's ears were flopped down in a way to cover them from the noise. Seriously I'm floating. This is so cool, I thought I would need to waste my years in a piss-yearning suit to feel this. Do you know where you are right now? What I can tell this is some purgatory shit where I'm getting cleansed of sin or something, and apparently you're my punishment. You literally couldn't be further off from the answer, also one more out of you, and you're going back to where you came from. Something tells me to spout more crap, but I don't think getting punched is the healthiest hobby, so let me not do that. Where are we then all-knowing Dragon-sama? We're in my home in the dimensional gap. Also you're not dead, just a different place from where you think. Did that dragon just roll its eyes? How can it even do that? What do you mean I'm not dead? I don't think you know what just happened to me. I got stabbed in the side and bled all over the place. How the hell could I not be dead? Look, I don't know what happened to you or how you're here, but if what you're saying is true and you really did just die, then the reason why you are here is because you just got reincarnated. Really though, I'm not even completely sure if that's even possible, since if you really are from another world you're literally the first person ever to do this. But then again only me and that brat office can't survive here, so honestly I'm more inclined to believe you're new blood. Reborn into a new world where I'm claimed to be a dragon and spawning out of some hellhole is not a bad way to start. Even then how much of this can I actually trust? Now how do I know that you're not lying to me or are telling me some half-assed tale? The dragon snapped its claw finger things and poofed something out. First off, why would I even lie to you? There's literally no reason for me to do that. Secondly, because you still have the head of a brick, why don't you go check out the mirror I just poofed into here? Ah, that's right, it can read my thoughts. Well, let's go see what I look like now, probably nothing like that thing just said. What is that? I'm looking straight at the mirror, but all I see is another big ol' two-horned and extra scaly dragon, and it's a dark purple. Dragon-sama, I think your mirror is broken. Really? Why don't you check a little closer before you say something like that? I look at my hand normally then see it through the mirror, and that's odd, it's the exact same. Same for my wings over here. I try touching my face and the thing in the mirror copies exactly what I'm doing from the moment I start to the second I actually touch. No way I'm actually a dragon. Well, how do you feel about being a dragon from all those myths I'm sure you read about? This is awesome. That must mean I can breathe fire and fly around like a total badass. And I can use my experience from all those crappily made children's stories and make me a harem full of virgin princesses. And the knight that will try to save them will be burned to a tasty crisp. He. I turn to where the sound of struggling restrained laughs comes from. Are you laughing at my goal? Ahahaha. Sorry, that's the first time I think I've ever heard a dragon claim something like that for their life. Most usually go for power or prestige, but a harem of poor virgin princesses. Now that's gold right there. Somehow the damn dragon was holding its gut while bending over in laughter. I puff my cheeks aggressively at it. How dare they mock my dream? I may not be able to do anything, but I will show as hell that I don't approve. Anyway, a thing like that won't go far, especially in a world like this where princesses don't exactly exist, at least not the way you think they do. And even if you did nab one, chances are you'll quickly be declared an evil dragon, and because you're not strong you'll get witchented and gutted before the day's end. What? I'm a dragon, what kind of human is supposed to be stronger than me? It's not like there are gods or angels and demons in this place, that kind of stuff are just a bunch of legends. Even if they did exist, I'm sure I'm way more powerful than any of those little puny beings. While you may have some inherent strength, you don't know how to use it or control it. Any of the more skilled users will destroy you by simply outsmarting you and taking advantage of your lack of experience. Oh, by the way, in this place all of the things you've just said exist, and more, of course. Seriously, what kind? What do they look like? Basically they look exactly how you're probably imagining except the demons. They also look like completely normal people. Also, I ran through your thoughts and life fairly briefly to get a quick grasp on what you know about them. To say the least, they are the exact same as the religions where you come from. By that I mean Christianity, Greek and Norse mythology, and all the other ones. I could explain to you all of them, and personally I think you should probably learn this, since you'll be spending quite a while around here, and if you don't want to stay holed up here, you might want to get educated. That's a bit much for our first conversation. Can we just go over the main things I need to know about this place in general? So whatever is not in my normal world, please go over, and as far as religions go, can you just touch up on the ones that I'll likely get most in contact with? Alright, that's fine, but get prepared since this'll be a long explanation. To get ready, let me get a few things. Luckily for you, I've been around since the beginning of the universe, so I know everything. The dragon breathed fire, and as soon as it went out, 2 leather seats appeared floating a few feet away from each other. They both had a cup holder with what I'm hoping is water and some popcorn. Well, at least it's something I can get relaxed with. Wait, how are we supposed to sit in these seats? We are way bigger than them, it's probably not even the size of our paws. I was just about to get to that. What you have to do is change into a human. I can do it normally, but this'll be your first time, so listen carefully. I need you to imagine exactly how you look like as a human, think of it as detailed as you can, and imagine it coming to life. Think of it becoming you and allow it to manifest within and through you. I got most of it, but that last part is a no bueno. Let's see if I have the brain power for this. So imagine myself, let's see, last time I remember I had brown spiky unkempt, okay, why am I monologuing to myself what I look like? Anyway, I have the thought, now imagine it having some sort of life, let's make it walk. Now manifest. How am I supposed to do that? Imagine my dragon form morphing into a human, focus hard and put my mind into this, come on, I can do it, I know I can. Think of my large scaly body becoming fleshy and human again. Poof poof. Did it work? Taking out my hands and limbs again and perfect, I'm back to human form again. This feels right and way more natural than that other slow thick form. Except looking at my biceps, I'm way more muscular than I remember, and now that I'm touching my face it feels much sharper. You look good, I think it'll be worthwhile keeping you around. Also, you're the first person I'm showing this form to, so feel honored. And yes, I'm a girl. Really, you're a girl? I didn't expect that, and thanks, you look holy shit. Don't tell me that's the dragon's human form. I did not know it would turn into the sexiest thing alive. Her half-cut white tank top with her tight black miniskirt and knee-high leather boots are insane. Gorgeous long free-flowing red hair and her chest and butt are huge, but surprisingly well fit for her character. She has nice hips and beautiful legs and a nice flat stomach. And oh god, her eyes. I can feel myself getting lost in them. Hey, don't say all those things, I'm getting embarrassed over here. Her tinted red cheeks and the way she's acting all shy and her posture slightly stiffening, oh god, thank you for letting me see such a beautiful sight. Come on, let's just sit down so I can tell you about the world already. Your stare is making me feel a bit weird. Sorry. I didn't mean to, you're just really beautiful and the most gorgeous being I've ever seen. Wait, I didn't mean that, forget I said anything. I wanna die now, let me just run to my seat and down myself in popcorn and liquid. I really hope she doesn't murder me for this, I just said what was on the top of my mind, I didn't really filter it out. She's blushing. Don't worry about it, thanks for the compliment though. So cute. Well, since she's not going to kill me and seems to be going to her seat, I might as well take mine. Her cheeks still rosy red, she coughed into her hand and began her long explanation. Well, as I've said before, let's start with the religions. Out of all the ones you'll probably encounter, it'll most likely be Christianity. The simple and easy reason is because they are currently the most dominant religion. Because the way it works in this place is that the religion is strengthened by the faith of their believers and the amount of believers they have. Because they have the most believers and they are all basically diehards of the faith, they have a tremendous amount of power as a whole compared to the other factions' religions. Now, this is not to say that the other factions are less powerful, but as a whole the religion is more powerful than the others, because others such as Hinduism contain some real tough customers. Now the Christian religion is broken up into 3 different factions. We have the angels, the fallen angels, and devils. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier, but this event is taking place hundreds of years before even the 3-way war between the 3 sides take place. Which means we're also hundreds of years away from canon events. Let's start with the originals, the angels. They are led by the biblical God, the creator and stuff and whatnot. They live based on pretty strict rules and can be found in heaven. The most powerful of them is the biblical God, followed by the 4 seraphs, and then they have other people that are weaker. A big thing about these 3 factions is that they will have a different amount of wings from 2 to 12, the more you have the more powerful you are. Because of their strict rules and some of them becoming disobedient is where the other 2 come from. Next would be the devils. It all started after Lucifer was cast down from heaven and landed his ass in the underworld. Now the kiddo is occupying land and is making babies and recruiting anyone that also gets cast down or wants to join him, probably to get an army to fight against the dude that kicked him from grace. Lastly, we have the fallen angels. They are basically angels that were pure, but because of some rule or law they broke, such as lusting after a human, having sex, killing someone unrighteously or some crap like that, they fall from grace with their wings turning black and getting kicked out of heaven. They can also be found in the underworld. Now with that out of the way, let's get to the most vital part of the information in this whole world that makes this completely different from yours. There is magic, and many different versions of it with different effects and different requirements. What I did to make these chairs is not magic, but I'll get into that in the future. And I thought I would leave this note in case people don't read the top, or just to clarify, the high school DxD universe doesn't really go into the nitty-gritty of magic, so I'm gonna go and create the whole system of magic from scratch for this, because why the hell not? The thing that fuels your magic is mana, which you can think of as like energy. You need an input to cause an action. The main ideas behind magic are three main fundamentals: imagination, concept and calculations. The different kinds of magic will need different amounts of these, while certain spells and other attacks from the same magic type will also vary when it comes to the more powerful ones. Imagination is basically how well you are able to imagine the way the spell is processed, casted, and then the effect of it. The better idea you have on it, the more powerful and effective it can become, making a very weak attack into something absurdly strong with the right image. Specifically, it manipulates the shape the attack can take and its overall existence on the plane of reality. A weak imagination could result in the inability to even cast magic because the user can't actually imagine the way the spell would look. Concept relies on the idea of understanding the basics of the cause and effect of the spell. With imagination you create an idea of what will probably happen. With concept it's more of a, I shot the fireball, because it's a fireball it will burn my enemy to cinders. Concept allows you to take control of the attack itself with being able to change how it's created, what it may contain, and how it will actually affect the target. With a solid idea of concept you could make a fireball shoot out like a bolt of lightning, and the moment it hits it will turn into a flammable and breathable vapor. Last but not least is calculation. This is the ability to assess the possibilities, effects, and even the size and power of an attack. Using this you can increase the number and size of an attack. If you were to use fireball, you can create more and increase or reduce the size of each individual one. Along with this, it allows you to control the amount of magical power you feed your spell, giving you the ability to control how powerful the attack is. At the significantly higher levels you could even calculate the power of an oncoming attack and potentially redirect and strengthen it. Ugh, I feel sick of education cursing you. And that's basically the short and extremely dumbed down way of everything important that you'll need to know. So any questions? Are you okay? That is too much to take in at once. I felt vomit starting to come up as I held my stomach. Don't worry, it'll only get more complicated and harder from here. Why do you look so happy about this? Are you enjoying my suffering? I asked while gagging on air. Very much so. Go figures. Another thing to point out here is that most people do not actually know that these are the three fundamentals of magic. They just believe in natural talent or have a small hint of how it works, but for the most part is widely unknown, and have incidentally created training to help with magic which unknowingly directly trains the fundamentals. To help you out with the magic part, I think it'll be better if you try it out yourself. But now that I think about it, you used it when you shape-shifted into human, and you have to imagine all that stuff. That was a spell based almost purely on imagination. Which, by the way, I have to say I'm really impressed you were able to do it on your first try. Very few people can even accomplish it, while the ones that can normally take years to grasp it and perform it successfully without any mistakes. This sounds way better than an hour lecture on that, and seriously? Was that like some kind of high-level spell? Not necessarily a high-level spell because it only requires an input of one of three kinds of magic, but it's rather difficult because of the amount needed for it to be successful. Maybe I might be good at this whole magic thing. And there she goes again, poofing something out of thin air again. I've created this crystal that will basically just reveal your aura into colors which I can then see and roughly guess how much of each attribute of magic you have. So what I need you to do is to take this crystal and crush it in your hand. Don't worry, it should be easy for you to do. Taking the crystal, she reached out to give it to me. I hope I have some crazy talent for this. Now would be a good time to find out. Man, I really hope I'm overpowered or something like that. Taking the crystal out of her hand, it feels kinda cold and pretty brittle. Must be something you can get anywhere in this world. Here goes nothing. Crush. She looks awestruck and surprised. Is it really that bad that she needs to make faces like that? Is my magic really that bad? My eyes cast down slightly in shame. Coming out of her stupor, she shook her head rapidly. No, it's just that I've never seen anything like this. Your magic, you have an extremely powerful and inherent ability for all the three fundamentals. Your imagination, concept, and calculations are ridiculous. It's like a strong spiral of rainbow-colored energy running endlessly up. Their potential is absurd, and what's strange is that it's almost as if the mana in the air is attracted to you. And why does that last part matter? I ask because I'm really stupid. Because the way mana works is that it's everywhere, just in dispersed and minuscule amounts. People regenerate magic over time because these particles just so happen to come into contact with them, which they then absorb. However, through spells it can be condensed and a greater amount is absorbed for a short period or condensed into small potions and taken to replenish your mana. However, doing it through a spell is normally very difficult and potions are absurdly hard to come by. Which is why potions that are able to do so are usually considered treasures, with the more effective ones being national treasures. However, with you it's like mana is coming to you on purpose because it wants to become part of you. That means you can replenish much quicker and much more efficiently and will really have no need for any spell that would do the same. Am I some kind of broken isekai character? I mean, I fit all the criteria. I got killed for no good reason, I got reincarnated as something, and I'm overpowered as all holy hell. Well crap, I don't even know how to respond to that. I'm seriously broken, aren't I? Oh yeah, by the way, what's your name? Yes you are, and me? You're asking for my name? Yeah, your name, what is it? Isn't that normal for people? Even dragons have common courtesy, right? Ugh, it's a bit embarrassing to say it. Why is she acting so bashful? Nah, I'm sure your name is just fine, there's no way it can be that bad. No, it's really awkward and not really a name more than a title. She waved her hand slightly in front of her. It's fine, I won't laugh or make fun of you for it, I promise. Do you really promise not to laugh or anything when you hear it? She said something oddly serious. I mean, it's just a name, right? I promise in my life that I will not. Why is she so reluctant? Seriously, I've heard some really stupid names in my day, there's no way someone like her can top the list. If anything, it's probably really cool or sexy and she's just shy. Do you really promise? Like you will not laugh or giggle or chuckle or do anything when you hear it? Yes, I really promise to not laugh or giggle or chuckle or do anything when I hear it. Steel yourself, Issei, no laughing. Ugh, alright, my name is Great Red. Seriously, trying to trick me with a stupid name like that? Pretty funny, to be honest. Tuckle, haha, good joke. Seriously though, what's your actual name? Silence. Wait, seriously, that's your name? Great Red. All I get in response is her putting her abundantly red face in her hands and nod. You said you wouldn't laugh when you heard it. I'm such an asshole. Jumping out of my seat and bowing as deeply as I can, I shove my forehead into my hands in a Caesar position to make as genuine of an apology as I could muster. I'm so sorry. This sniff is why I didn't want to tell you. Peeking my head up from my arm and I see her crying. People always honored and respected my name out of fear. But I can read thoughts and everyone always thinks it's so stupid. Not a single person in history ever thought my name was fine. Shit, I didn't mean to bring back her Vietnam flashbacks, I'm sure she's heard it for as long as there have been people. Out of instinct I decided to give her a hug. Why? I don't know, I just thought that maybe it'll help. Hey, if you hate your name so much, why don't we give you a new one? Something new and refreshing. She looked at me with slightly puffy and teary eyes. I gulped hard at this, I feel so bad right now. Can you sniff give me a new one? Ah, shit, I seriously feel so bad. How about Isekai'd? God, I hope she likes it, but that was a bit lazy and rushed, all I did was smash together Crimson and Fire, then add Dragon at the end. And I'm referring to their Japanese counterparts. Her eyes suddenly began sparkling and her tears disappeared right off of her face. Well, I guess she liked it. I love it. Really? Yes. I love the name, that'll be my new name from now on, I'm no longer Great Red, I am Isekai'd. She started beaming from the name. God, she really is so cute, especially when she smiles like this. Thank goodness. I sigh a breath of relief. By the way, I didn't ask, but what's your name? Ah, it's Issei Hyoudou. It feels weird saying my name, sure I've lived my whole life with it, but saying it in a new world is kinda. So Hyoudou-san is it? So I guess they use the same honorifics even in a different world. Nah, just call me Issei, it'd be nice if the person I'll be spending a lot of time with can be friends with me. You want to be friends? Her head tilted and she gave me the most confused look I've ever seen. Yeah, is there something wrong with that? I raised my eyebrow slightly. Does she not have experience with people or something? It's just that I've never had friends because people are generally scared to even approach me, let alone get within my presence. She looked down a bit as she said it. Well, looks like I'll be your first friend. Let's get along. Oh, I'm alright. Same to you. She began smiling again. Please keep smiling, you look so adorable. I'm curious if she could answer my question. By any chance do you know how or why the hell I was brought to this world after dying? Like aren't people usually sent to some afterlife? Putting her hand on her chin she seemed to be thinking. I guess even if she's been around forever, it's not like she would know, after all she did say that this was the first time that this sort of thing has ever happened. Honestly I'm not exactly sure why you were brought to this world, but if I were to have any realistic guesses, it would probably be because you were brought here for some kind of greater purpose. I doubt it was just for some random reason, but rather something in the distant future where you would be needed to stop it. But then again that's really just my speculation. So you think I'll need to do some hero deeds and slay some mysterious evil being? Well not necessarily but that's definitely a possibility for why you were landed all the way over here. A hero huh? Always sounded cool whenever I thought of it and even looked cool in all those shows, but is that really something I want to do? Well not like it matters, I just got here so I doubt that anyone's gonna be gunning for me just yet. I remember you calling this place the dimensional gap or something like that. Just what exactly is this place? It's so vacant with nothing as far as I can tell. Why wouldn't any of the other supernatural beings try making homes here or expanding their territories? As I've said before, this is my home, it's an area that's just an empty void with some other fun things, but I'll show you those things in the future. For the most part though, it's just a completely desolate space that exists between Earth, the underworld, and heaven. The reason why no one else is here is really simple, beings besides me and another dragon named Office, a few seconds here without special protection from us you'll pass to the next life. Just how the hell am I not dead yet? So why am I still alive here? No idea, as far as I know only people like me and Office who were born here are able to actually survive. Maybe it's because you were also technically born here too. It could do with just how powerful we are, but with you being here kinda throws that right out. From what you're saying I'm alive because I have the greatest luck in the history of this universe. Yeah that's pretty much it. Well shit that's good, because no one else can come here means that I'll be safe from dying too soon, especially since the only other person here is Shinka. But now that I think of it, she did mention that someone else that was born here could also stick around here. Ah, Shinka. Why are her cheeks turning pink just from saying her name? Why yeah. You mentioned a person named Office when you were explaining who can and can't withstand this place. Just who is that and should I be scared of them? Office is the Infinity Dragon, she has as you're probably thinking now, infinite power. Her and one other select individual can actually rival me in terms of strength. Normally she's pretty harmless, but if it comes to me she gets very angry and violent. And since we're friends now she's probably gonna hate you too. And I know Office does not have a gender and just decides to shapeshift into a girl, but I'm just making her a girl for my own ease. Fuck. What a joy, so now I have someone that literally can't be beaten coming after my ass too. That's wonderful, besides why does she hate you so much anyway? So we were both born here, and I may have kicked her out of a place of silence into the very thing she hates which is a lot of noise. And now occasionally she'll show up and try to kick me back out, but it doesn't really work out for her so she leaves. Besides, you don't have to worry about her, I'll be protecting you. Wow I feel really emasculated right now, having a girl protect me makes me feel kinda. I really need to get stronger so at least I hold my own in a fight even with overpowered beings like Office. You don't mind me staying here right? If it's not too much to ask, I want to be here until I don't know I just wanna stay for a while. Sure, it can get pretty lonely here, so I'll gladly let you stick around as long as you don't try anything. Why is she giving a look that says, do something to me and you'll regret it? It's not like I'm some kind of pervert that would try to touch her perfectly, you know what I think I know exactly why she's looking at me that way. I won't, don't worry. Thanks for giving me a home for now. Why just for now? Well I would like to see the other places that exist here, since it'd be a waste to just stay holed up in this place. Not that I mind of course, but I'm just kinda curious as to what else this new universe has. I thought she would be happy after saying that, but now she looks kinda depressed about it. So you'll leave eventually? I mean I won't leave forever, it'll be home still, I'll just go around, and then when I'm done or whenever I feel like it I'll return here. That seemed to make her a lot happier, 1 point for me. Since you're here and you'll need to get adjusted to magic, why don't you try a few spells out? It'll be fun and we can see to an extent of what you'll be able to do. Alright, let's go for it, and what kind of spells exactly? You'll see. Snapping her fingers, our chairs disappeared with me falling on my ass. Now in front of me are several training dummies that look a lot like scarecrows. Guess we'll be doing some attack spell training, or maybe I'm just getting ahead of myself. Here as you may have guessed are some targets for you to attack. First off I want you to open your hand and raise it towards one of them. Then try sending a fireball at it, as far as what you should imagine and all the other good stuff, I'll let you try to figure it out. To start though you'll want to imagine the mana in your body flowing to your hand, then release it. Of course you'll have to think of it, but that's up to you the way it'll come out. Well, not very descriptive, but I guess that'll do for now. What a dick though, expecting me to just figure out something that I've never done before and only giving me the first step. Not like I can complain anyway, let's try doing exactly as she says. Alright, open and raise my hand towards a target. Let me close my eyes to focus. Then channel all of my power towards my hands. What would a fireball look like? How would it form and go towards my target? Not quite sure how the hell I'm supposed to calculate any of this, so we can just skip that step. So what happens with this attack? Fire will form in my hand and will fly until it hits the target. It will explode and engulf it in flames, burning it to ash. Imagine fire coming out of nowhere and gathering in my palm in the shape of a ball. Now think of it flying straight at the target. Boom. What was that? Did my attack hit? Opening my eyes, and yes, it worked. The target disappeared, so I must have it right. It worked, right, Shinka? Again, why does she look surprised? Did I make a puny fireball? Or were the targets just that weak and me celebrating makes me look stupid? Was it bad? No, it's not that. I don't know if you noticed, but all the targets are gone. Those targets weren't even that weak. They were strong enough that most beings can't even destroy them. You obliterated not only the one you aimed at, but all the ones surrounding it too. Display override complete. Reboot necessary for commencement. Yes, no. The creepy decision popped right in front of me. Reboot? For what? What kind of reboot? What even needs this? Anyone in the right mind should click no, but maybe this is supposed to happen to only me. If I click yes, I doubt anything important will happen anyway. Here goes nothing. Bringing my hand up, with my finger I tap on yes. What are you doing? My vision started going black, and what seemed like for the 1000th time I was going into the dream world yet again. Issei. My eyes slowly shuddered open to the dark abyss yet again. Although it's not as unpleasant as every other time, since under my head, I feel something kin to soft. Are you alright? A cute red head suddenly appeared in my view upside down. Ugh, I think so, my head is spinning a bit. I pressed yes to the reboot, but I don't really feel all that different. That's good, you just suddenly black out so suddenly and I got a bit worried. She looked at me with hints of concern in her eyes. Oh, look at you caring for someone you just met for barely any time. Feels kinda nice to be cared for. Yeah, shut up, do you want me to move from this position? She said daringly. What position? I asked questionably. You know you're currently laying on my lap, right? Bringing my hand up to where my head was, I felt silky soft and smooth skin. She wasn't lying. Wait, what? I'm currently experiencing the legendary lap pillow, and it's by the most beautiful person I've ever met. Man, now I'm suddenly thinking that getting stabbed wasn't so bad. Please stay right there, I'm currently in heaven. I say with full seriousness while curling my body up. I was going regardless of what you said. She really is quite the nice person. Looking around, it looks as if we moved somewhere different. The whole place looks really trippy. Like colors in some crappy abstract painting were just swirling around. Oh no, Shinka, did we move places? No, we're literally in the exact same spot since you've gotten here. Why? Well, you see, everything looks really weird, with random colors swerving all over the place. Seriously, in one tiny spot there's basically a rainbow with extra purple and black. It always looked like this. Up until now everything was black and jaded. I was seriously confused by this point. Wait. I did just get a display override. I guess my eyes needed to get used to the new world or something like that. Actually, never mind, I'm just really stupid. Sorry for wasting your time, haha. Yeah, you are. She said rather sassily. Well, fuck you too, I'm just gonna relax over here. We stay in the position for a while, with my mind drifting off from place to place. At this point I can't really help but get a little bit exhausted with everything happening in such quick succession. First I'm killed and now I'm some kind of prodigy in a brand new world. You know, I know I've been getting knocked out and sleeping a lot in the past day or however long it has been, but I'm getting pretty tired. Do you mind if I take a nap here? Poof. A large blanket suddenly appears and covers my body. Looking up at Shinka, she gives me a sweet smile and nods slightly. You know what? Maybe I can get used to all of this crazy stuff after all. May you rest in peace, senpai. Ai-chan, can we go to sleep already? The poor man was lying there under a blanket trying to fall asleep but was being caressed all over. Isuke, you know what you did earlier got me really excited. She licked her lips seductively. Aw shit. I'm not letting you get a wink of sleep tonight, my darling. True to her word, he did not sleep at all that night. Thanks for watching this video. Part 1 is over. If you really enjoy this video, like, subscribe, and comment down below and turn on that bell notification. And also check out the playlist that I have created and enjoy. Link is in the description. See you in the next video. Goodbye.